Why does my boss always pair me with the same person for coffee runs? At first, I thought it was pure coincidence. But after 2 weeks of Julian and I being assigned together every single morning at exactly 10:15 a.m., I started getting suspicious. Julian seemed just as confused as I was. He'd awkwardly grab his wallet and mumble, "Coffee run again?" while avoiding eye contact. We'd walk to the cafe in comfortable silence, him always holding the door open and insisting on carrying the tray back. The weird part? My coworkers kept inventing dramatic excuses to send us out. "We're out of sugar," Grace would cry. "Napkins too," Mark added. Every time Julian and I returned, conversations stopped, whispers started, and Grace would sigh just loud enough, "You two are so cute together." I thought I was being paranoid until last Tuesday. I came back from lunch early and caught my boss, Mr. Andrews, literally scheduling our coffee runs on his calendar. He had us down for 10:15 a.m. with a little heart emoji next to it, and a note that said, "Operation Latte Love, Phase 3. Phase 3? There were phases? I started paying closer attention to my coworkers' behavior. During meetings, they'd strategically leave only 2 seats open, always next to each other. When we ordered lunch, somehow Julian and I always ended up sharing the same delivery order by accident. The breaking point came yesterday morning. Julian and I were standing in our usual spot in line at the cafe when the barista, a cheerful college student named Lily, looked up and smiled. "Oh, the usual couple's discount today?" she asked brightly, already reaching for 2 cups. We both turned approximately the same shade of red as the cafe's logo. "We're not together," we stammered simultaneously, which only made Lily raise her eyebrows with amusement. "Really? Because you're here together every day, he always pays, and you have the exact same order schedule down to the minute?" she said, clearly not buying our denials. "Plus, that lady from your office called ahead and specifically requested I give you two the couple's treatment." Julian nearly choked on his own saliva. "Someone from our office called?" Lily nodded enthusiastically. "Sweet older lady? Said her name was Grace? She wanted to make sure you two felt special and asked me to play along with some kind of office romance plan." We walked back to the office in stunned silence, both clutching our coffee cups like lifelines. The moment we stepped through the door, I could feel 20 pairs of eyes tracking our every movement. I couldn't take it anymore. I marched straight to the center of the office floor and announced loudly, "Okay, what's going on? And don't even think about lying to me." The entire office erupted in laughter. Grace was practically crying with joy. "Finally, we've been waiting for you to figure it out." "Figure what out?" Julian asked, still looking adorably confused. That's when Mr. Andrews emerged from his office, grinning like he'd just won the lottery. "We've been shipping you two for months. The whole office has been in on it. We even have a betting pool on when you'd finally ask each other out." "A betting pool?" I squeaked. "I had my money on last Friday," Mark announced proudly. "Grace bet on today, so she's currently winning." Julian set down his coffee cup and looked at me with the most endearing expression of bewilderment. "Wait, so everyone thinks we should be together?" "Not thanks," Grace corrected with a mischievous grin. "Knows. You two are painfully obvious. You light up every time you see each other. You both volunteer for coffee runs hoping to spend time together. And Julian, honey, you've been buying her favorite pastry every morning for 3 weeks." I turned to stare at Julian, who was now hiding behind his hands. "You've been buying me pastries? You mentioned once that you liked the blueberry muffins," he mumbled through his fingers. "I thought maybe if I got them for you, you'd think I was thoughtful." My heart practically melted on the spot. "Julian." He finally looked up, his cheeks still pink but his eyes hopeful. "So, wanna grab actual coffee sometime? Just us? No office conspiracy required? Maybe somewhere that doesn't have a couple's discount?" The entire office held its breath. "I'd love that," I said, and the place erupted in cheers. Turns out the whole office knew we liked each other before we did, and honestly, I'm kind of grateful for their meddling.